do is designed for the result that you're getting today. So that's the first step that you've got to cover when people aren't performing. The first place you got to go is, does my team have the will? But if they lack desire and commitment, you can train them until the cows come home. They're not going to change. You want to be able to assess people in terms of not can they, but will they. So the point behind the major performance factors is this, is that you can have someone with great desire, great commitment, outlook, and responsibility. But if they are not rejection-proof, if they don't have a supportive record collection, if they have struggles with their bicycle, all the other stuff goes away. They just won't change. Because we all have a record collection. We all believe in how our world exists. We have a worldview, and it either helps us in selling or it hurts us in selling. If you taught your salespeople that in order to get the sale, you must educate them on the kind of work that we do, then that's why they're doing it. Let's suppose, Chris, you and I started talking on the phone. You say, well, Tony, tell me the kind of work that you do. How do you do what you do? At the end of 20 minutes, after he's asked me a bunch of questions, and I've answered all those questions, Chris says, Tony, this is great, this is unbelievable, this is really good stuff. Hey, listen, I'll get back to you. What's Chris doing at the end of the phone call? He's hanging up, and he's calling his buddy John, who's his current provider, and said, hey, listen, I'm just talking to this guy, Tony Colton, a sales training, and I was wondering if you could do such and such and so and so. John, what are you going to say? Sure. Yeah, I could do that. So that's the thing that we need to understand in terms of what's the cost of having a record collection of, I must educate my prospect in order to get them to sell. And what I'm trying to do is draw the parallel that working with your people and changing their DNA is the same thing as working with the prospect. Here's the key question. Is this problem big enough and compelling enough for you to make a change? That's coaching. That's how you get them to fix this stuff. You got to discuss the impact. You got to agree to the long-term outcome is painful. You got to identify strategies, then you got to practice and you got to go execute. That's behavior modification. That's coaching people versus training SEALs. What we have a tendency to do is we identify that you're not closing enough sales, and we bring Brandon in and say, hey Brandon, look at your sales results, you're not closing enough sales. What's Brandon say? Duh. And here's my coaching. You got to close more sales.